Hello, everybody.
Hi, we're back. We are the faces behind in light. I'm Stav, the social media manager here at Lightrix.
And I'm Joseph. I am the visual artist of Lightrix.
And we are here today to go over the tutorial that we uploaded last week. So every week we upload a tutorial for Tutorial Tuesday. You can find it on our blog and you can find it on Facebook. And then we're going to go live and we're going to show you how to do it step by step. So this week's tutorial was a really cool one. It was called the Galaxy Surfer tutorial. A lot of you guys tried it and made some really awesome results. Did you see that?
Oh, yes, I did.
And so we're going to just go through it step by step for those of you who are more visual learners. And let's get started.
Cool. Let's start. Okay. So here we are. We're going to go to our Enlighter. Oh, by the way, this is the application. This is the result that we got there last week. This is the tutorial. And in case you didn't see it, you can go to our Facebook page and you can check it out. It's pretty cool.
Every week we're going to be keeping the live sessions on Facebook, and we're also going to be uploading them to YouTube. So if you tune in late and you missed the beginning or you didn't see it at all, you can always go to YouTube or Facebook and you can see this whole live tutorial session. So just so you know.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is what we did. This is our tutorial. So you can see this galaxy spiral, and then there's our surfer going out of it. So it looks kind of tricky, it looks kind of complicated, but don't worry, it's very easy. We're gonna show you how to do it. So let's start with our picture. This is just a regular picture of a surfer. Very important. When picking up the photo, you want to get a picture of a close-up of the surfer. Usually you get pictures from the shore and then you can see the surfer from very far away. But for this case, we want to get a very good close-up of our surfer, so we can get all the details and we can get a very cool composition. Okay. So let's begin. Let's go to our menu. And let's go to image and let's go to target.
Now, target is a tool that a lot of people always ask how to use it, and they're not really sure what it does. Why does it turn things red all of a sudden, and then in the end it isn't red? So let's talk about what target does. Joseph will explain that.
Cool. Basically, what it does, it's this widget here that we move along the picture. What it does is basically we need to define the range or the amount of color that we want to get from that same color, or if we want more colors alike to that color that we're choosing. For example, let's say I take the widget and I place it here. So what I'm basically saying is that everything that is that color or a little bit like that color will be selected. And then I'll be able to make some changes over those colors that I'm picking. And if I make a bigger range, so I will be choosing more colors like that. And if I lower the range, I will be choosing only that color from the picture. And then when I make a bigger, when I'm zooming or when I pinch the widget, you'll see that only a small amount is being selected. That's because those are the only colors that are there. And then now let's make something like a little bit more, and then let's choose something like that. What we're trying to do here is that we're gonna select all the blues from the sea, and we want to turn it black, so that we're gonna leave the white areas and the surfer. And you'll see later on why we're doing this. So let's start from this, and then let's go to tone, and then let's go to expose, and let's lower to -100. Now don't worry if it doesn't look black. We're gonna be doing this a few times until we get it. So now let's tap the flatten button, and let's go again. Tools tab, and then position, and then let's go and pick up some more blues. And now let's make it bigger. Now what happened here is that you can see actually that we are also affecting on the surface area. So first we're going to go to tones again. We're going to lower the exposure again. Now you can start to see how it's starting to turn black. Now let's go to mask and let's wipe the effect from our surfer so that we can keep it clean.
So Joseph, someone's asking here if it's like sort of like an eyedropper tool. So it's not like an eyedropper tool, right?
No, it's not an
I think it's
eyedropper.
a little confusing because a lot of people think that Target it turns things red, so they think they're turning it red. But it's just showing the selection. The red is showing what you're selecting, and then with tone, you're adjusting the tonal range of that area that's selected.
Yeah, it's more like a selection tool, and based on color, so that basing the selection on color, and then we can affect those areas later on. We can affect the saturation, the hue, the exposure, but it's basically a selection tool. Okay, now we're gonna do it a few more times. Let's flat, and then let's go back and do position again. Now let's pick from this side a little bit, and I think I'm gonna lower a little bit the range. Okay, let's go back to tone, lower, and let's mask a little bit from our surfer. I'm not gonna put so much attention to details because I'm doing this kind of fast so you can understand the idea, but you should do it with the more precision, and the more time you take, it will come out better. So try to pay attention to all the details. Okay, flatten and then position. Do we got any more questions, maybe?
Someone asked if it's like, Sebastian Alvarez asked us if it's like a mask. So it's not like a mask.
It's not like a mask, but it's
But you have the mask tool if you do want a mask.
yeah. I mean, you do have the mask area where you can actually take away the effect from specific areas. All right. I think we're for now it's gonna be fine. I think we're cool now. Let's flatten and then let's stop the check mark. I think for now it's okay. So I wanna now start working on my composition and to place my surfer in the right place. So for that, I'm gonna create a black background and I'm gonna place it over it, and I'm also gonna mix it with other pictures. So I'm gonna turn this picture into black. Why I'm gonna use this picture is to make sure that I'm working on the same resolution from the beginning. For example, if you take another picture and then you turn it black, that picture could be a lower resolution. So when you add the picture, it will look pixelated, and then that's gonna make
This is
make it look
something
bad.
a lot of people write us emails or they write us comments and they ask us, I mix two pictures together and then I press flatten and all of a sudden it's pixelated. So that's the reason why. That means that your bottom photo is lower resolution than your top photo. So in order to prevent that, all you need to do is make sure that the photos are the same resolution. You can use the same photo because within that you can save photo and then undo, which is what Joseph's going to do now. And that's the way to get around it.
Yeah, thank you. So now let's go to the menu, image, and adjust. Let's go to Tools tab, and then Basic, and let's lower the offset to -100. You can do the same also to +100, and you can get a white canvas. But for this case, we're gonna do it for black. Okay, now we tap the check mark. Okay, and then you just have to save it here in the top bar. You just have to save the photo. I already saved it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do undo. All right, and I'm gonna choose my black image and I'm gonna mix it. So let's go to menu, tools, mixer, and now I'm gonna choose my surfer picture. Okay, I'm gonna pinch and then I'm gonna place it where I want it to be. I think this looks fine. And I'm gonna go to tools and erase. So I'm gonna erase all these areas, all these corners, so I can make it look more organic, more like a splash, like a space thing. I don't know. I don't know how you want to call it.
Splash sounds good.
Yeah.
In the meantime, someone, Ken Dordin, I don't know if I got your name right, I apologize. He said he'd love to see a tutorial on improving images scanned from newspapers. He's digitizing an old archive and would love to use Enlight to improve the photos of the pages. So basically a restoration, a photo restoration and digitizing tutorial. I think using the heal tool could definitely work with that. We could probably do a tutorial like that.
Yeah, that sounds actually a pretty cool idea.
Nice idea.
Yeah, and I
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Ken. And yeah, heal tool is a very powerful tool for these kind of things. So definitely. So I lower the strength because sometimes when you erase it, the effect is too strong. And we want to kind of have like a more smooth transition.
Like a fade out.
Yeah, like a fade out, and so like you can control that with the strength, and also zoom in and out. If you want more precision, you can zoom in, and then you can just have it a more accurate. Now let's add a little bit here, and. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. It could look better, but I'm gonna do it like fast so you can see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out here some details from here. Just while you're working, be patient, and patient is the key. So. Okay, I think it looks good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good composition.
All right, I'm gonna move it, slide it to the right. I think we're fine. Okay, let's flatten, and then we're gonna add the astronaut picture. We wanna get the helmet only, so I'm gonna erase everything but the helmet. Oh, I forgot to erase the strength. All right, now let's go back to erase. Okay, cool. It's very easy to erase backgrounds from images. For example, like here, if it's a black background and a white object, it's very easy. The edge aware tool that it can easily identify the object, and then it's very easy to erase. Just makes the whole job for you. All right, looks kind of creepy. Okay.
So in the meantime, you can see the down arrow that popped up there, and next to the compare button on the bottom right, that's called the flatten button. That's a button that a lot of people I think don't know about. Basically what Flatten allows you to do is mix a few images at the same time without having to press the check mark and then go back in to the mixer tool and then do it again. You can just do a bunch of pictures at once, and in between you press the flatten button just to flatten that sort of layer, I guess you would call it. So that's that down arrow button on the bottom right. I don't think we're going to use it this time because we're only mixing two. Oh, we are mixing.
We are mixing.
We are mixing. So we used it.
Actually, I don't think I could have explained that better.
Oh, thank you, Joseph.
Okay. Once again, I'm not going down to much detail here.
We have another question in the meantime if you want to add a little more detail.
All right.
Arik Gitomer is asking us, what was the reason of putting the black image in black?
The black image in black, basically because I wanted to have more black space around. I mean, I already had a black areas around, but I wanted from the beginning. My idea was to have like this spiral like in the middle, so that my composition will look better. So I needed to have a black canvas, and then I had to add that picture and place it where I wanted. That will give me more control over what I'm doing and the composition in general. So that's basically it. I don't know if that I answer your question, but I hope. Okay, I think it looks fine. I'm gonna Wait, I'm gonna rotate a little bit. I think we're fine. Yeah, that's basically, we have the composition, we have our surfer, and now we're gonna go and work on our colors. So let's tap the check mark. We're almost done. Let's go to filters within the menu, and let's go to duo. Okay. Here you can see you can choose any preset you like. You have acoustic, you have a celeste, you have very cool. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna create my own combination. I already know the kind of colors I want. I'm gonna choose a purple, and I'm gonna get also an orange, maybe, yeah, like this. And I'm gonna blend mode, and I'm gonna rate, it's already on 100. Oh, all right, I tapped the position. I couldn't see the effect because I didn't tap on the position
This is a common mistake, so it's actually good job.
Yeah, so don't worry. If it happens to you, you just tap on the position and you'll see the effect right away. Okay, so we have it, and you can just play with the widget to place your colors. If you make it a bigger range, you will see that the transition will be smoother, and if you make it smaller, you will see that the transition will be more sharp, right? Okay.
So we have Arik, who asked us the question about the original image in the background, why we turned it all black. He's asking us, couldn't we just create a black canvas to work on? So the answer is we could have, but then the resolution of that black canvas might have been lower, which is what we were talking about in the beginning. I'm not sure if you were tuned in then. If you use a lower resolution image on the bottom, and then you add a higher resolution picture on top, you can get a pixelated look. So we use the same image so that we know it's definitely the same resolution. So that's your answer. And also thank you, Ken, for the compliment. We appreciate it.
All right. Now I want to keep my original colors from the surfer, so I'm gonna go to mask and I'm gonna wipe the effect from his body, so that we have a more rich work in terms of colors. Gonna take it away from his body, also from the helmet.
Someone asked what your own personal artist Instagram account is. So we're actually going to show that to you later. So stay tuned, Camilo.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna, from the element, I'm gonna take it away as well. I'm gonna get it also from the surfboard. Yes. Okay, we're pretty much done here. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah?
All right. Cool, let's tap the check mark. And our final step, we're gonna go to analog and we're gonna make the whole look better.
We forgot something.
What?
Effects.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay.
That's why I'm here.
All right, great.
People are probably wondering what I'm doing here, just saying these comments like here and there. This is why.
No, it's very useful. Let's go to brushes. We want to add some stars to our final effect to make it look like a real galaxy. So let's go to effects and let's go and choose the star preset, and let's go to tools, and we're gonna make sure that we're on a set brush, we're on a 1 on the size and opacity 100, and we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna start adding stars more in the center. And the reason why I'm zooming in is because when you zoom in, it will the stars will be smaller, and if you zoom out, the stars will look bigger. So I want to make an effect that in the center they look smaller, and outside it's bigger, so it has like a more of a spiral effect. It will look cool. You'll see. Here we go. We start to add some here. Okay.
In the meantime, Sean Herbert is asking us if we do more tutorials, and the answer is we are probably going to do a tutorial once a week live. So every Wednesday around this time, stay tuned. If you don't have time at this particular time, you can always watch us later, either on YouTube or on Facebook. So the answer is yes, we do more.
Okay, now I'm gonna add. I'm gonna go to Set Brush, and I'm gonna lower the opacity down to 60, maybe. Yeah. And I'm gonna tap Tools tab again, and I'm gonna add some stars around. Yeah, oh, it looks very good now. I like it. Yeah, now it starts to look more like a galaxy stuff. And you can keep working on it. Okay, do you like it?
Yeah.
All right, let's start the check mark. Okay, now we can go to our filters and analog. Okay, let's go to Tools tab. Let's go to Basic. I'm gonna erase the structure. You can also choose a preset. There are many presets that they could just look cool and you don't have to spend so much time on it, but I like to customize my own filters. So let's erase the structure a little bit to have more details, and erase the saturation a little bit. And let's lower a little bit the brightness, maybe. And let's go to Tools tab again, Film, Fade, so that we can get this vintage look. Intensity, I'm gonna raise it a little bit, and I think we're good. Also, I'm gonna add some grain because it's gonna make it look more like a space picture. They always have this grainy kind of look. Let's go to Tools tab. Let's add some vignette. Spread it a little bit. All right, looks good. And we're done. Let's tap the check mark. And now let's share it to the world. Let's tap the share icon on the top. Let's go to Instagram. Copy to Instagram. And we're gonna keep the original ratio and tap next, and now it's up to you. Write some cool caption.
Okay. Let's see.
Galaxy Surfer.
Live now on Facebook. Come watch us. Explain it. Do an emoji. Which emoji should we use? Joseph, you're the artist here.
Maybe let's put
a galaxy thing looking thing.
Maybe like here, like the surfer thing.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Let's do it. It's up on our Instagram. If you haven't seen our Instagram, this is my chance to show it to you. So we have a lot of cool things on our Instagram. Most of them are done by our users. Every week, me and Joseph sit down and we go through everyone who tagged #InLightApp and #InLight, and we pick our favorites. And that's the way to get featured. You can see this week we had a lot of cool things from a lot of cool users. And if you're ever looking for inspiration, you can check this out. Also, someone asked for Joseph's Instagram, his own personal Instagram, so we can show that to you now. It's not a space, and he uses InLight in his stuff all the time. You can, you look at it for 1 second, you can tell it's done with InLight. This picture actually I've printed out, and it's hanging up in our office. So that's cool stuff right there. If you're looking for inspiration from a professional, you can check that out. And let's go back to our questions. Let's see. Someone asked us, Mark Snyder, is there a map of the functions available in InLight and what each function element does? The answer is no, we don't have a map like that, but that is a really good idea, and we should probably do that.
Yeah.
So we can pass that on to our development team, to InLight product manager, and thank you for the suggestion.
Definitely good idea.
What else do we have here? I'll move this closer so you can see.
Was this created with all stock images? Well, basically we use Shutterstock. Yes, and also you make sure that that you're gonna get high resolution pictures. So it's very easy to get exactly what you're looking for when you work with one of these stock websites. It's very good.
But
I
it
highly
doesn't mean
recommend.
it can't be done. The iPhone 7 camera is amazing right now. It depends. If you're a really good photographer, you can definitely do it on your own.
Yeah.
It's faster if you go to Shutterstock.
There are many also a lot of blogs that they have also free stuff, free pictures, high resolution. There are many. Actually, we could write it down after. We could mention some.
Someone is asking, how will the app progress? Will there be paid new versions? We'll need a cash flow. Thank you, Ken, for worrying about us. That is a great question. We have something really big in store, and we can't reveal it just yet, but it should be coming soon, soon-ish. So stay tuned. That's really all we have to say about that. But Thank you for the comment. And what else? Can I buy a photo from Joseph?
Well, definitely, man.
Yeah, get in touch.
Yeah, talk to me. Why not?
And we also have a few questions from last week that we just wanted to answer. Oh, by the way, if you ask us questions here and we don't get to them, we will get to them tomorrow. We'll write you the answers below. So if we didn't get to your question yet, just write your question down and we'll definitely get to it tomorrow. So Kirsten Orangeville asked us last week. She said she saves her image in high resolution, but she still can't print higher than A4 without it looking really pixelated. So that's something Joseph wanted to answer.
Yeah, so basically when you save a picture on a higher resolution in the settings of Enlight, it doesn't mean that it will make it bigger or something. It just means that it will keep the original resolution. So we will not make it lower. So if you're already working with a picture that is not a high resolution, so you're not gonna get bigger than that. So the solution is that from the beginning you need to choose a picture that has a high resolution, so to make sure that you can get the resolution that you were looking for on your final work. And if you save it lower, it will just make it lower. If you save it in a high resolution, it will keep the highest resolution, which is the original photos resolution. Yes.
I think that's it. I mean,
also, we want to say that if you have any idea or you saw a cool artwork that you want to find out how to do it, you can
we're
upload
always
it.
looking for ideas for tutorials.
Yes.
So help us, and we'll help you figure out what you want to do on Enlight. So you can upload them to our Facebook page, or you can email them to us, or
Anyway,
you can find us.
Yeah. And we'll find a way to make it. Yeah.
So I think that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. We'll be here next Wednesday, and so tune in again.
Tune in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.